Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129 and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, and I am super excited to do this reading for you. And I think I should stop saying that because I'm super excited for every single reading that I come here for. I enjoy reading for you. But today is indeed something I haven't done before. And when Spirit suggested this to me, I was so thrilled. And the topic of this reading, as you would have seen on the thumbnail, is what superpowers do you possess that you don't see? All right. So before I tell you about the questions and whatever else about the reading, let me tell you that when I finally get you to choose your pile, I will be putting 4 superheroes. I wanted all of them to be from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I am not very tech savvy, and I used InShot for my editing, and I managed to get the sticker of Iron Man. And for the life of me, I couldn't find anyone else. I wanted Black Widow, I wasn't getting her. I tried Spider-Man, I wasn't getting Spider-Man. So, and I wanted at least some, female representation. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any. In fact, when I put Spider-Man, they would show me a little spider, and then they showed me Gingerbread Man. So I was almost going to give up when I tried one more time, and then I got Hulk. And then I got Superman, and though Superman is not a part of Marvel, and that is a DC hero, but well, that's all I got. And I got Thor. So I am not very tech savvy, as I was saying, and I've put a small frame for you to choose from. In case it doesn't work out, because I don't know how it's going to happen, I have made a recording for a clip for you to choose from, and I will insert it like that. But in case there's some mismatch, I'm telling you now that pile number 1 will be Iron Man, pile number 2 will be Superman, pile number 3 will be Hulk, and pile number 4 will be Thor, Odin's son. All right, now let us begin with explaining. So we've got your tarot and your oracles pre-shuffled, and we've got 7 cards from tarot. The first question is going to be the one that is there right in the beginning, is that what superpower do you possess which you do not see? Then the second question will be, what more do you need to know about this? The third question will be, is there any other superpower that you possess which you can work on or you should work on? Fourth, we're going to see what can you do to activate and or energize your superpowers. Then we look at what are your blocks. Then we're going to look at, after all, when you are a superhero or you possess these superpowers, it's not just for yourself, it's for those around you. So we're going to look at, the sixth question will be, how can you help those around you if you activate, once you activate your superpower? And then the last one is advice. And then we're going to look at oracle cards as well for your advice. All right. So this is how the reading is going to be, and I really hope you do resonate with this reading and take something home. And if this is something you already know, then it's time for you to show your confidence and actually go out there, put yourself out there, put your superpowers to use and help people. It could be on a small level, on a larger level, on a global level, immaterial. Even if you change one person's life for the better, I feel that's good enough. But I believe that there will be a lot more that you can do. All right. So let us begin with introducing you to the piles. All right. Now that you have seen the superheroes as pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I reiterate, this would be Iron Man, this would be Superman, this would be Hulk, and this would be Thor. Now, for those of you who are intuitive and have already chosen your superhero or your pile, your timestamps are waiting for you. And for those who benefit from the meditation, that quick meditation to center yourself, to be able to choose your pile or your superhero, let's begin. Beautiful seekers, sit with your spine erect, palms open facing upward. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes and take in a deep breath slowly. Hold. Focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your intuition, your inner guidance. Knowing that it would never lead you astray. When you're ready, gently breathe out. And open your eyes. And whichever pile you're called to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1. Those of you who have chosen the IRONMAN, welcome to your reading. Let us place these cards before you. I am a fan of IRONMAN myself. Now, actually, I haven't read any of the comics. I have only seen the movies. I think I stopped reading comics in the time of Phantom and Mandrake, and I don't think I would have been exposed to any of this had my children not been crazy about the Marvel movies, and I've seen every one of them. I think I've seen most of them with my children, and I loved it. And so I actually, as I was saying in the intro, if you've missed it, that I wanted to keep all of them from MCU, but in my InShot, the editor that I use, there was only what I could get, so that's why I've put them there. And that's why there's Superman, who's not a part of the Marvel universe. It's DC Comics. So anyway, so let me begin your reading. IRONMAN. What superpower do you possess? What more do you need to know about it? So you get 2 cards for that. Is there any other superpower that you possess which you need to work on? What can you do to energize and activate your superpower? What are the blocks, if any? And once you activate or energize your superpower, how can you help those around you, whatever scale? And finally, advice from Spirit. Along with that, we have the shadow attribute of the teacher, the light attribute of the damsel, the riddle, electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life, fortune with sun in Leo, then you get the resolute, a win-win outcome is forecast. Where do I put this one? Yes, this place here. First pile really has to go through this, watching me adjust and readjust. The other piles would be better. Then we can keep this here. Yes. And then you have, or rather we keep this here. And here we will keep self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth that we will leave here. All right. So pile number 1, are you ready to see what your superpowers are? Let's begin. I'm so excited. There's already a lot that is coming through here. Wow. What is your superpower? And you get the 10 of Cups. You are someone who can actually bring emotional fulfillment to those around you. You can bring a lot of joy and a lot of love. You spread joy and love wherever you go. This is so beautiful. I'm getting goosebumps. You know, for a lot of you, you are already in a marriage. You may have children. And for others of you, this is something that you would like to have in the future moving forward. But irrespective, you are a person who's full of joy and full of love. You just make people, if people come and speak to you for a little bit, they just feel just so good. Even if they are stressed about something, they can, just offload. I mean, even if they don't tell you their problems, they just feel at ease. For that amount of time that they interact with you, they can laugh, they can be themselves, they can just drop their burdens, is what I feel with this card, which is beautiful. I also would like to, at this point, read these cards, all right? You get teacher, the shadow attributes, manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. You get this in reverse, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill and wisdom. All right, and with damsel, what you get? You get understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. And shadow attributes is waiting for night to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. Well, so with these cards as well, I get that you, pile number one, have this natural ability to, spread joy and love, to make people comfortable. People are inspired by you. And you really don't have to tell them something or teach them something or, give them nuggets of wisdom for them to get inspired or for them to find a solution to their problems. All right? You try to do that. And when you are actually trying to do that or trying to fix things for them, you're not being your most authentic self. Because you are not meant to teach them by giving them advice, especially when they're not asking for it. You just need to be yourself, your authentic self, living your best life, because that is very inspirational to people. The way you talk to them, the way you make them feel seen, feel heard, the way you just interact with them and you encourage them, that is good enough for most people who come to you. They just feel good talking to you. Their energy is lifted up. That's what you do. So you don't really need to fix people's problems for them, all right? Especially if they're not asked for it. And this is something that you need to keep in mind. But you are, and with the 10 of Cups and this damsel here, as I said, some of you could be in a marriage, and your marriage, your situation, your family is very inspirational to the people around you. People look at your family unit and they aspire to have a family like that. They like the dynamic. They like the way you are with the children. They like the way you and your spouse are, or you and your partner are, depending on what that unit looks like to you. All right? And some people want that in their lives, just looking at you. And they see how confident you are. They see that, both you and your partner, you're not needy. You do your own thing. But when you're together, it's so beautiful. It's almost like they see in the movies. And this is real you. And this is not something that you fake because you put it on social media. This is who you are. For all you know, you don't even put it out there on social media. You don't need to. You're just living a full life. And people who are in touch with you just see that and they feel so good just looking at you, and that's what they wish to have. And they realize that there is no neediness in your dynamic. So they want to be like that. They want to be confident, independent, and then attract this beautiful life towards them. All right. And whenever they interact with you, they can actually feel that self-confidence. And for some of you, maybe you need to even work on it. strong self-belief and a sense of worth. I feel, whether you feel this way deep down inside or not, this is what people pick up from you. They just see this quiet confidence in you, and this is very inspiring for them. All right, and maybe, like they say about be like the duck, so calm. I'm butchering it up, butchering the exact words, but it says, what does it say? Basically, it looks so calm and serene, but underneath the water, it's paddling like hell. So that's exactly how you are. So they see that quiet confidence in you. Everything seems so under control, and it's not as though there are no challenges in your life. There's no one's life which is free of challenges, but you are able to just take everything in your stride and then come up and show yourself every single time as this authentic person, someone who's warm, nurturing, loving, encouraging, and confident. May not be loud confidence, but confidence which is quiet, and people know, yes, this person possesses the power to do anything that they want. They can attract anything that they want. And with this resolute card here, I feel, and the number 17 or 8, I don't think this has come to you very easily, because this is the number of Saturn. You've actually worked really hard on yourself. You've had a lot of challenges in your life till you've reached this particular place wherein, you realize that you may not get all the answers all at once. And if you decide that you want something, you will pour in the energy as much as you can towards getting that particular goal. You're very resolute, but you also know that you will not control the outcome, or you don't have any control of the outcome, or that you will not chase any outcome, and you know that the best will come to you. With this, it says, if you do not resolve to be patient and endure tough times, success may appear to you as to be always in the future in someone else's power. And this is something you've had to learn over the years, which is why, and that's exactly what Saturn does with this number 17 here. All right, and now you've come to this wonderful place wherein you're confident in who you are. You're not afraid of working hard. You've built this beautiful family setup, or whatever it is that you do, you've built it with a lot of hard work, with a lot of love, and now you know every single thing about whatever your setup is. All right, you've got great ideas coming in. There's a lot of love here, and you pour in your heart and soul into this. And with the fortune card here, with the sun in Leo, for some of you, you could be Leos, but it's for the person from outside who's looking at you, they just see, just the sunshine. They look at you as someone who's got it all, who, life is just the way it's meant to be. They don't see what you've been through. They didn't see the hard work that you've put in, but they just know that this is what they want. They want to be you. They want to be in your shoes. They want to have your life, because this is what, you inspire them. And with this riddle card here, what I get is that you maybe in the past, before you came into this energy, maybe you were chasing answers. Maybe you wanted to know everything about everything. You wanted to know what's going to happen next. You may have gone to a lot of tarot readings. You're still here watching this one. But now it's with a sense of maturity. Maybe it's just something because you've got some time and you found this interesting, or it's something, just for you to just relax or listen to because you like it, not because you're chasing answers. This was something you did in the past, and now either you have already or you're very close to getting there. I feel that now you've come to this energy wherein you say that, the answers, and this is something you've seen with your own experiences, that when you don't chase after answers, at the right time, all those mysteries slowly unravel themselves for you, and just at the right time, and it makes life beautiful. And at one time it could have actually made you very tense and anxious without knowing the answers, but now you look forward to these mysteries. Now what do I get to see? What is the universe got for me? So this is the energy that you are in, and this is a place that you've reached after a lot of hard work. But because you are here and exactly the way you are, people are very inspired by you. All right, now let's see what else do you need to know about the superpower. You get the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 3 of Wands. And this is exactly what I was telling you, is that you have really waited to get your 10 of Cups, and with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel that while everyone sees that you've got it all, you know that there's a lot of work that's to be done still. People may be seeing you as having it all, but you know that there is still a legacy that needs to be built, and that you are in the process. You have not reached where you want to be, but you are a work in progress. This is the way you see yourself, but this is not how others see you. All right, and you're ready to wait, keep working and wait, and you enjoy the journey. You've got your 10 of Cups. For a lot of you, you're already there. You've got this family unit that you want. There's a lot of love. Now, even if you're single and you're still a part of your parents and you as a kid, and in that dynamic, family unit is beautiful wherever you are. Or even if you're single and staying alone, you are in this energy of complete happiness, satisfied with who you are, and you are not, your heart is not hardened. It's not as though you're chasing after love. You know it's going to come. You are so sure it will. But right now, wherever you are at, you're enjoying your journey. But you've not got it all. There's a lot of work to be done. It is important for you to take care of material aspects as well. So you are, whether you're in a relationship or not, you're still working on yourself. And the whole world sees you as though you've got it all. And you know that you will get it all. What is there in your mind's eye, what you have visualized, it's all coming in. But you're at this beautiful place where you put in effort, and on the surface of it, nothing perturbs you. And actually, you are really, really working hard, but you've got this sense of balance, and that is possibly one of your biggest superpowers. Now, what other superpower do you have which you could work on? And you get the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. I feel for some of you, whoever you interact with, they are comfortable with you because you have this sense of equality. It doesn't matter who those people are whom you're connecting with, whatever strata of life they come from, or whatever ethnicity, culture, race, it doesn't matter. For you, you see everyone as equal. All right? And this is something you feel that is something that's so natural. Who wouldn't be like this? And when you read up things about there was racism here, or there was some, you hear about certain episodes wherein someone's been killed or something's happened, it really upsets you, because for you, this is something that comes naturally. To treat another person, no matter who they are, irrespective of gender, race, whatever, class, for you, everyone's equal. And you genuinely believe that. And this is one of your superpowers. And I feel, pile number 1, you are not, with this teacher which is coming in reverse, I feel you are not meant to be a teacher in the traditional sense, wherein you have a classroom and you teach someone, or you feel you need to advise someone. The first thing is that you're already teaching people just by being who you are. You're living your most authentic life, and people see you. People see you interacting with everyone. People see that you have a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance, everything going for you. You don't really have to reach out to anybody. But they still see you as someone warm, loving, kind, and treating each person, just like you would treat anyone else. And this is something so beautiful, so precious, that people are learning from you. But in order to make this superpower, something that can benefit more and more people, I feel that you can actually teach these things maybe on a larger platform. You've got a lot of ideas, all right? And maybe you're already thinking about this, but you can actually teach on a larger platform, either through writing or through social media, or through media of different kinds. Have your own channel, whatever that is. What can you do to energize your superpowers? You're already right there, but how can you do it so that uh, your superpower is so strong that you can actually help a larger community, all right? And you get, oh wow, I don't believe this, I don't believe this. You get the 10 of Cups again. Pile number 1, who are you? This is so beautiful, so beautiful. It is just through this very energy, that you can actually, for some of you, I feel this is the message that's coming in. You may feel that you're not doing too much because you are, for some of you, you may be homemakers. This will not resonate for all of you. And you may feel that you are not doing enough, and that your entire energy is going only towards your family, your children, your immediate group. But you don't really see that this is indeed your superpower, because you are inspiring a lot of people whom you don't know about. Now, you don't look at everyone else because you're busy doing what you're doing, building what you're doing, trying to build your 10 of Pentacles, being very patient. But whenever you meet people or interact with them, be it at the grocery store, be it in the supermarket, be it wherever, or you go out for a family gathering, or generally you go out to a restaurant or wherever it is, or you're going for a jog or something, wherever you meet people, you make them feel special. Whichever, whoever the person is, if you make eye contact with someone, there's a smile on your face, you ask them how they are, or, it's just something which is very natural to you. You're not faking it. It's just who you are. And on one side, you may feel you're not doing enough, but this is your superpower. You just being this beautiful, authentic version, this person who treats everyone equally, this is your superpower. And you just need to be this way and believe in who you are. Your self-confidence is very important. You need to know that you are making a huge difference to this world. So don't question yourself or your superpowers. Don't, see, all superpowers can't come with a cape. Don't come with all these beautiful gadgets and everything that we see in movies, all right? Sometimes they just, like you say about dogs are angels without the wings. They've come in disguise. It's something like that. You are this beautiful superhero who is just dressed in regular clothes like any other human being. But this is your superpower, and it's not a small thing. It's beautiful, it's brilliant, and you need to actually show gratitude for it. And maybe you do, because with you coming to this 10 of Cups and working towards your 10 of Pentacles, it's been a long journey. It's been a difficult journey. It's not something that you've got overnight. It's not something that has been offered to you on a platter. You have worked for it, all right? And you've come to this beautiful place of balance, which is why it's almost as though I don't see it here, we only see the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles waiting to happen. But I'm getting very Empress energy, irrespective of your gender. All right? Very Empress energy, that you are just attracting this by being in complete balance. I absolutely love this for you. So what blocks may come in the way of you energizing or activating whatever your superpower is? And one I've told you is, you questioning yourself whether you're doing enough or not. And then you get the 4 of Wheels. Okay. Oh, okay. So a lot of people, I told you in the beginning, would just come. They may not offload on you like that, but still they come to you and they just feel good because your energy is such that it empowers them, and then they go. But with the 4 of Wheels, I feel that there is something in you that needs to come out. It could be these ideas of yours. All right, maybe you yourself feel that you need what you're doing here is not enough, and that you want to expand, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. As long as you don't question that you're not good enough, or you feel that you're doing nothing, that's what's wrong, because you are doing a whole lot. So don't question yourself whether you're doing enough or not. You are. However, expansion is always welcome and you have great ideas. And I feel with the Four of Pentacles here, your biggest block is you not being able to actually say what you want to, because you feel that it will upset the dynamic that you are in. There's a lot that needs to come out, and you either feel it's not the right time, or you feel if you pay attention to this particular area of your life, this particular area will suffer. But pile number one, you know what balance is all about. You know when to rest, you know when to work, you know when to work really hard, you know when to take it easy. You're doing everything great. This win-win outcome is forecast. Begin. First speak this idea out to someone around you who you feel will understand you best. And more than anything, trust your idea, trust yourself. All right? And you will be able to work things out beautifully. And there's no rush. You're not in competition with anyone else. There's no rush. So take your own sweet time and work on this. For all you know, working on this will catapult you to this 10 of Pentacles and beyond. All right? So you don't hold yourself back. Because of this one block of something that you desire, which is suppressed within you, it may cause energetic blocks in the other areas of your life, which is beautiful, which people are really eyeing. All right? So how can you help others? You're already doing it naturally, but how can you actively help others apart from the teaching which I said? And you get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel this is very closely connected to your Four of Pentacles. All right. So I feel with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, how can you help other people? Is that now they see you as a part of this dynamic. All right. And now with this particular thing which is there playing on your mind, there's something on your mind that you want to bring out. It could be actually, as I said, bringing out whatever it is that you want to teach, or you feel that people who have come to you and they ask you questions maybe in passing, and when you're trying to tell them things or trying to fix people's lives for them, you may not be very authentic, because you may be saying it in a very instructional kind of manner, but you have other ideas. When someone comes to you, they just like being in your energy, they just say whatever it is, and you being who you are, you want to help, so you say what you do, but that's not what you're meant to do. All right? For some of you with this Four of Pentacles, you've got a lot of ideas, you've got a lot that you want to, and I'm picking up psychology for a lot of you, that you may need or you may want to actually take on a course maybe in psychology or some such thing, wherein whatever it is that you have learned, assimilated, it could either be that, or it could be writing, or it could actually be teaching on a larger platform, like you have your own channel and or a podcast or something like that. And how you can help other people is there are a lot of people who look up for solutions to you, from your life. They're inspired by it. So if you showcase bits and pieces of it on social media, on your channel, on whatever it is that you do, or through writing, there are a lot of people that you can actually help who may not know how to go about doing things, and you teach them that. For some of you, you can actually teach people how to manage their finances if that's what you're good at. For some of you, you can teach people how to hone their skills, or maybe, it's something like you could be a counselor, but maybe you don't want to have a private practice, but there's something that, you can have some sort of a forum kind of thing that you start, where people can ask you things and you give them their solutions, something like that. And I feel there you will find a lot of takers, because people see you. And it may start off as something within your community where you're staying, few more people, and this is actually going to possibly become something huge. All right, but you don't start with the idea of only something huge. You just start with following your passions. First of all, tell yourself, what is it that I want and why am I hiding it? You've got a lot of ideas, and the only block is that you're not saying it because you feel this is it, but this is not it. No soul can ever say that this is it, because we always want to expand and expand and expand, and that is the spiritual process. That's why people who've got so much of fame, so much of money, at the end of all of that, they want to give it all up and pursue something beyond. Why? Because your soul wants expansion, and that expansion leads you to enlightenment. But right now, in this material world, with whatever powers you possess, your aim is to help as many people as you can, and this is something that's going to come to you very naturally. So follow your idea. Don't stop these ideas because of something here. Nothing's going to go bad, and it's all in your hands. Who's going to take anything away from you? You can balance it out the way you want to. In fact, I get that feeling of a lot of love, a lot of balance, but you don't need to stop living your dreams or making them come true. That's Joey. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. I had a little discussion, and I think that should be enough, but I'm not very sure. He's still staring at me, and I don't know what he wants. Pile number 1. Let's come to your final advice card from Spirit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. This is so beautiful. The Magician. You have everything you need to do anything you want. Look at that. What was I saying? Whatever this idea is, you need to bring it to life. You are the magician. People see you as that. People feel that you can have anything that you want. You are looking at yourself as this person who needs to really work for their coin, and you know you'll get it. You are confident about your hard work, but there's a lot more you want to do, and you're being told there's no block. The block is that you're not bringing it out. You've got all the tools that you need to do anything that you want. You are the magician. What more do you need? There's a free superpower that's come here. Look at that. You are the magician. You can make anything happen. All right? And on that wonderful note, pile number 1, my IRONMAN group, I am sending you so much love and light. Hone your superpower and know that it is a big deal. It is a real big deal, all right? So don't think of it as something trivial, something just because it comes to you naturally doesn't mean it's something trivial. It's not. A lot of people would do anything to be in your shoes. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen the Superman group, welcome to your reading. So, I hope you're all doing well. Superman. Let us see what superpowers you possess. So the first question is, what superpowers do you possess? Second, what do you need to know about it? Third, what other superpowers do you possess? Fourth, what can you do to activate and or energize your existing superpowers? What blocks come in the way of you and your superpowers? How can you help people around you, whatever scale, on a smaller scale, larger scale, global scale? What can you do? You know, how is your activating your superpower going to help people? And then advice from Spirit. Oh, you had a lot of cards here, okay. You get Child Eternal, determination to remain young in body, mind and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes, and shadow attributes, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. And then you get the shadow attributes of the Hermit, which says withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. And the light attributes are seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. You've got this in reverse. And you have the Lover. Light attributes are great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something, and shadow attributes are obsessive passion that harm others, self-destructive devotion. Yeah, you have a lot of cards here. Then you have the Judge and the Queen. Wow. No wonder you took Superman. Where did I keep? Okay, I think we'll keep this here. You've got a lot of cards, so I don't know where to put them. This one was also here, right? Okay, let me put this up a bit. Then you have the Sage, 34, could be significant. It says, look at your situation with mature, experienced viewpoint of a wise person. Examine assumptions about the aging process and mastery. That's the second thing with aging, okay, here. And then you get, bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. And then you have, time to shine creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. And where do we keep the Stag Spirit? Take the lead. Is this visible? Yes, it does. It's visible. And then you have, oh my God, manipulation. Didn't we see that somewhere? Yes, we did here. But no, not here. Okay, I don't remember. Anyway, manipulation with Jupiter in Scorpio. We leave that here. All right. Okay. Just give me a moment. Pile number 2, the Superman group. Let us begin with your tarot card. What superpower do you possess that you're not aware of? And you get the Page of Cups in reverse. And what I get from this is that there could be a feeling that you are extremely naive as far as matters of the heart are concerned or interacting with people are concerned. But I feel that this is just your thinking. You are very charming. And this childlike energy about you, oh my God, here it is. Determination to remain young in body, mind and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Irrespective of your age, you are very childlike, not childish, childlike. But you have a lot of maturity. And so if anyone thinks you are naive, it's just an impression that you are naive because of the way you look. You may have a very soft, young face, and irrespective of your age, you may come across as someone very young, or your voice could be really, very young voice. And you generally take things in a very light manner to people who see you. But it's not true. You run very deep. But people don't see that. They just, when people look at you, they just are happy to see this childlike energy of yours. You spread a lot of happiness. You look really nice. And it's this fresh energy that you bring into, and this is your superpower. You bring this fresh childlike energy. But deep down, you're very deep. And you have a lot of control over a lot of things. You have a lot of power in so many different ways. You are a natural leader without imposing yourself on others, And people like to listen to what you have to say because you're so charming. You've got very powerful cards here. You get the Queen, you get the Judge, You get the Sage. You get the Hermit in reverse. These are very powerful cards. See, again, the Sage embodies this very wise person, but inside it talks again about examining assumptions about aging process and mastery. You know, you come across as someone who is naive, who is young, who may be immature, but you're not. You are pretty mature, and you know this, and there may be a tendency for you at times to manipulate the situation, because you can. People won't even realize. You are a leader. Naturally, you are a leader. And you're able to lead people because you are so charming. And you've got this childlike wonder about you. So people want to listen. People just enjoy looking at you and watching you talk and watching you say your things, you know, and irrespective of your age. And when you talk about certain things with this lover card here, there's a lot of passion in everything that you say. You give people so much of attention. When they're talking to you, you're so charming and you give them so much of attention. They feel so good, and you appreciate people. And, you know, at the same time, this is something that you need to keep in mind, is that because you have the ability of getting people on your side, sometimes even with manipulation, you just might, from a place of empowerment, you know, because we have the Queen here, we have take the lead here, you may tend to judge people. Well, on one side, this could also be a superpower. On the other side, when it just crosses that line, it could keep you stuck. I feel that that could be a block for you moving forward. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So, what is this superpower you possess? Well, Superman group, first and foremost, the biggest superpower that you have is that of charm. You know, you are the charismatic leader. People just are floored by your charisma. They are ready to do anything for you. You are a people's person, you know, and it's not as though you're going out of your way to please people or something. No, you are just being you. But this is the energy you embody of a charming person. It's like, you know, you may have a cherubic face, which is very charming, and people like the way you speak. And that does not mean that you are any naive person with no experience, innocent. No, you are very wise, and you have realized rather early in life that this is your advantage, and sometimes you have used it possibly in the past to manipulate, but you don't need to anymore, because you are going to bring love into the situation as well. And this, you know, you get the Queen. You are so powerful. You understand the responsibility that you have because of this particular trait, because people follow you effortlessly, and you know that you can manipulate them, but you don't need to. With the Hermit in reverse, here again it says, you know, withdraws from society out of fear of negative judgments of others. And here you get the Judge. Maybe you do not see this superpower, or do not come out with the superpower so much because you feel that you may be judged, because you yourself may have the tendency to be very critical about what is right and what is wrong. All right? But you are very powerful, very mature, and you are aware of it. People are not. What else do you need to know about this? And you get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You get into this place of leadership, you get into this place of power, is not something which is a stroke of luck. No, it's not. In fact, This is very fated. And what you need to know is that, with this card which comes time to shine, creates an energetic resonance for golden opportunity. It is not something which is just coming for a bit, pile number 2. This superpower is here to stay. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel it is not a stroke of luck that people have followed you, or it's not, if you have a social media presence, say, it's not because of a stroke of luck that you've got so many followers. It is because of your charm. It is because of how you say what you say. It is because of this, people perceive it as naivety, which draws them to you, a certain innocence. And I'm not saying that you were really hard on the inside and just feigning it. No, this is who you are naturally. You're very passionate about the things you talk about, and you're able to connect with everyone because of your charisma. And this is making, there are different types of leaders. There's this authoritarian leader. There's so many different types, and you are the charismatic leader, which is beautiful, because then effortlessly people want to be, led by you, because you have that charm. It's very captivating for them. And this is not a stroke of luck. So if you've been telling yourself that this is going to go, I've got all these followers, but they're going to go now, I don't have enough substance, stop talking to yourself like that. You are very powerful with the Queen here. You've got wisdom beyond your years with the Sage here. And with the Hermit here, you need to, this is very Virgo energy, the Judge and Hermit. You may be really hard on yourself, and you may have this tendency to judge people as well. But you will learn in time that everyone has their own challenges in their lives, and you will be able to bring love into this situation, because you are going to actually start with your own experiences. You're going to see that life isn't really easy to navigate, all right? And everyone's challenges are different. And soon you will find out, and maybe you already have, for quite some of you, for quite a lot of you, you may have already come into this energy of seeing that yes, you have made harsh decisions in the past, harsh judgments in the past, and maybe when it comes to you, then you suddenly, it creates a block. You don't want to do things because you feel you'll also be judged. And this is actually teaching you to be kinder to people. As you mature, as you get this wisdom, you understand that, and you start bringing love into the situation. So you have, I feel for a lot of you who've chosen this pile, you have a presence which is beyond just a small group of your people. It's a larger group, is what I feel. People look at you. You're very charismatic. And maybe in your initial years when you were, putting yourself out there, you may have used manipulation. But with every passing, we all grow. We grow by the moment we're growing. Every new thing that we read, we see, we assimilate, we take, we change. We're growing. And you've been in this process yourself. So maybe initially you used manipulation, but now you're reaching this place of being the sage. And that is why with this Hermit in reverse, you're realizing that if you have been scared of putting yourself out there in a bigger way, it's because you yourself have been in this position of judging others. And you're learning. But despite all that's going on here, you learning, people looking at you, you leading, you still have this beautiful attribute of, very childlike energy, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So what other superpower do you possess which you may work on? And you get the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Three of Pentacles usually, if you see the depiction here, it's about one person, who's working, and there are people around them looking at them, and they're on a raised platform. It's like they're on a pedestal and people are looking up to them. And with this in reverse, I feel same thing. This is what I'm talking about, your charismatic persona, that while on one hand you have this huge following, you are very down to earth yourself. And you don't really necessarily need to be on a pedestal to interact with people. When you meet them, this reminds me of pile number 1 as well. You are so warm and grounded and down to earth that along with you this charm and this childlike energy, you are a hit with people, because you don't see yourself, you've got this queen energy here and the sage here, the hermit, the judge, and despite that, inside you, you are this wonderful, passionate person who just wants to be themselves. You are so authentic, and that is your superpower, that you are your authentic self. Maybe in your past you used manipulation. We all have light and shade, but you are learning, even as people are learning from you, following you, you are learning by the day. Beautiful energy. What can you do to activate or energize your superpower? And you get the Empress. Wow, look at that, pile number 2. Wow. You can attract, you get the Queen here, and now you have the Empress. Irrespective of your gender, you have the power to attract. You don't have to chase after anything. Your charisma gets so many people towards you, and this knowledge that you are very powerful and that you can actually manifest whatever it is that you want is what is going to actually help you moving forward. You need to understand, with this, it's time for you to shine. You are going to have this opportunity, huge opportunity. Maybe when you started out, you had this, if you have a social media presence, I'm just giving you an example, you could apply to whichever area it is in your life. So if you've had a social media presence wherein you've come, you suddenly got a whole, beginner's luck and your charm and everything together, and suddenly you've just taken off, and then you've been in a lull period for a while, you're being told, and in the meanwhile you are actually, learning, growing, maturing. Now the time has come for you to shine, and this time it's not going to be this sudden surge of energy, but which has come to a place and then plateaued. You are going to continue to grow, and this time it's going to be phenomenal, because you're going to help a whole lot of people with you, with this beautiful attractive energy, with that of the leader. You are going to help people around you. What are the blocks, if any? And you get the 10 of Wheels in reverse. And for some of you, I feel it could be a family issue here. If there's any block, maybe you want to do things a certain way and your family tells you that, maybe you are a sensation on social media and you're getting enough revenue from there, but your family wants you to do something traditional. Maybe they're coming in the way of whatever it is that you're doing, and they want you to settle down. Take it how it resonates. But this is the block right now in you creating whatever it is that you want. All right. So it is up to you to decide where you want to go, how you want to go about doing things. Can you embrace this energy and do what you want to do? Is there any way of you to come into balance and be able to, get both these things together? Or do you have to stand up and say, no, this is not possible because I have a plan? So that's entirely up to you. But I feel this is a family situation that's keeping you stuck and not letting you move forward in the way that you would like to. And how can you use your superpowers by activating and your superpowers, energizing them? How can you help people around you and get the Page of Pentacles in reverse? And I feel pile number 2, you've been there in this energy wherein you've started out, you've been a novice, and you can actually help people who are struggling like you did once upon a time, and you can actually help them. So if you do have a social media presence and people are looking at you, you can actually start posting things which will help people make it big. Give them tips, and not from a place wherein you share only a little bit so that they keep hooked to your channel, but actually sincerely put those things out there so that they can live their best life, that they can also make it big. All right, and if that is their soul calling, let you be the catalyst for their growth. And that's what I feel. That's what you're meant to be. You're meant to be the catalyst for the growth of a lot of people who are looking up to you. So when you are actually putting your energy out there, don't hold yourself back. I understand people want to make it big and they want to do a great job, and I see this more and more, in every area. The struggle is not so big, but the greed is a whole lot. I find, like, for example, any business which starts off, it starts giving you a lot of freebies and things like that. It's trying to garner your attention, and it gives you the best stuff possible. Thereafter, people see it and people love it, and after it establishes itself, everyone goes towards that. Now they know they've made it, people are coming in. So what do? They start hiking the price. All right, they want to make more money, they want to expand their business, they make it more expensive. That they make it more expensive because they're more buyers, business mind, understandable. But once they make it grow and increase the price, when they start reducing the quality, that's when it becomes unethical. You want to hike the price, hike the price. People who want will come to you, but you can't hike the price and reduce the quality. That is unethical. So when you have a huge fan following who come to you, who look up to you, and you are trying to help them out, don't give only 3/4 of the help, and keep one crucial thing back, which can actually catapult them to whichever place they want to be, but you are keeping that back so that they keep coming back to you. Don't do that. Pile number 2. I'm not saying that you are doing it, but if there is a tendency with this manipulation card here, and we all have light and shade, finally we all want our platform to expand, but when it comes to others, there is this insecurity, what if they become better than us? But we are not in a race, and you have the ability to change lives of many people, and that is going to be a huge achievement for you. All right, and just take yourself as a guide for people, and even if someone does better than you because of the guidance they've got from you, what you have achieved is something beautiful. You've been able to guide someone to their best life. Can there be anything better than that? So this is something that you need to keep in mind. You are a leader. People are looking up for you. You can change lives. That is your superpower. You can help so many people. Final advice from Spirit, 3 of Cups. Come together with your coven. Maybe with this advice from Spirit is for you. Beautiful pile number 2. Maybe in your work, you've catapulted to so much of fame, and you're busy, you're doing a lot of things, you're in this leadership role, your family is also creating blogs, and in all of this, somewhere you've forgotten how to chill with your friends from your past as you were growing up, and you're being told to connect with them from time to time, because they are the ones who actually keep this childlike energy alive within you. So it's very imperative for you to meet your friends from your past, from your childhood, or reconnect with the energy of your childhood so that you can keep this energy alive, because this is your superpower. Your childlike energy, your fresh energy, your innocence, your inner child being happy is your superpower. This is what has catapulted you into this leadership role. And so you need to keep connecting here to keep that alive. Otherwise, it's very possible for you to get jaded. All right, because you are maturing. With life experiences, you are maturing. But still, the charisma is there because of this childlike energy. And to ignite that, or rather to keep that going, you've got to, from time to time, meet with people from your past, genuine friends who actually bring this childlike energy back into, it's like recharging your battery. That is very important, and that's your advice from Spirit. So, pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen the Superman group, you've got a beautiful superpower. Charisma is something we are born, not everyone is born with, something that you have, because this is your soul purpose. For a lot of you, you're already there. For some of you, you're getting there. But it's your time to shine with this card coming. So be your most authentic self and bring love into whatever you do, all right? Which is also a very strong part of this lover and childlike, this child eternal energy, all right? You are young and innocent, which is your USP. It is your strong point. This is what attracts the abundance in your life. This is what makes you this leader, this charismatic leader. Your passion for things, your childlike energy. This is your superpower. Along with the fact that you're very grounded, very down to earth, and you are able to mingle with anyone, you're able to connect with anyone. Such a huge power. If you look at really, really influential people, powerful people, you can see these attributes. In India itself, we have our superstar, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. All right, there are so many wonderful actors all over, but when he speaks, especially when he comes on his show, Kaun Banega Crorepati, which is, like how to be a millionaire or something like that, you should see him interacting with people from different walks of life and different age groups, different problems, and he makes them so comfortable and he speaks to them, and that is charisma. Where he can actually be naughty, he can come down to that level, something that makes that person comfortable. This is a superpower. Not everyone possesses it. I feel I was going to say that, and there my eyes fall on the Empress. Absolutely, Libra energy. This, of course, is Libra and Taurus energy, but you have the Wheel of Fortune here. You may have very strong Libra placements. Sun, Moon, Rising. You are very charismatic. This is beautiful energy. It's something that you've been blessed with. In fact, I find strong air energies here. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Taurus, and Scorpio. Yeah? Beautiful energy. This is, a blessing which you're born with. And it is something that you should be grateful for. And it's something that you need to keep working on. So do meet your friends from time to time and know that you're changing a lot of lives. So be your most authentic self. And when you help people come out of it, be generous. All right? Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 3. Those of you who chose Hulk, welcome to your reading. So, I don't know why, but I feel that you may feel misunderstood for some reason. Why do I get that energy from you? I just feel that you have the superpower. You want to be known for something, but you're known for something else. Is what I feel. Let's take a look. I am intrigued now. What is your superpower that you don't see? What more do you need to know about it? What other superpower do you possess? How can you activate or energize your superpower? What are the blocks? How can you help people when you activate or energize your superpower? Advice from Spirit. Then we have shadow attributes of the engineer. What does this say now? reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. And the light attributes are ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas, and child wounded. Shadow attributes blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness, awakens compassion and desire to serve wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. Yes, I remember yours was the only group where the spirit would not give me one light attribute. It gave me both shadow. Don't click off. We'll see why. After all, we're coming here for your superpower reading, so it can't be, you can't go wrong, can it? And then you have the comic, beautiful. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. The seeker. The meaning of life is to seek ways to give your life meaning, doing so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and yourself. Full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. And power symbol, cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Pile number 3. Let us begin your reading. I was getting this feeling that you feel misunderstood, that you're known for something, you want to be known for something else. That's what I said. I think you've been through a lot. I think you've been through a lot in your younger days, all right? It could be a family situation with this child wounded here. But I feel, you've always felt like a misfit, that people don't understand you. And it began with the family. It carried on when you met your friends. You had the circle of friends maybe. But you always, though you're with people, you feel alone. And because of all your challenges, you've picked up this beautiful sense of humor. But there is an element of truth in all these wisecracks and all this, you make people really laugh, and it's not easy to make people laugh, but it's something that comes naturally for you. You've had such difficult lessons in your life that you actually, to be able to get past them, this humor has been the way out for you. You've actually been through a lot with this extremism card here, and I feel, yes, maybe you've seen a lot of pain, fights, drama in your childhood between your parents, and you've been really scared at that time because of the dynamic that you've seen growing up, and maybe you've been very scared for the longest time. And in order to feel safe, you need to manipulate people. You just look for practical solutions wherein you can be safe. And you've got a very brilliant mind, a very brilliant mind. And it's only a brilliant mind that can actually come up with humor. A very brilliant mind in a very very difficult personal situation, and you've come out of it. You've got a lot of knowledge, and you're looking for something, you want to give life meaning, but you're stuck here somewhere because of your childhood energy. But we are not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about your superpower. But I had to see this because this is very strong, and I didn't get it. You know, when I put the superpowers this time for you to choose from, I mean, those superheroes for you to choose from, usually I incorporate whatever I put into the reading, but I didn't feel anything for Iron Man or for Superman. But in your reading, when I just started getting these downloads. So we are going to talk about your superpower, but I really want you to know this one thing, is that you are very brilliant. All right, you are very brilliant. You've got a lot to offer, and whatever it is that you've been through in your childhood, whatever it is that you have faced, is something that your soul had actually made a contract for. Yes, we don't remember it here, so it feels like a whole lot of nonsense, the fact that you're going through so much of pain. But this is, as life carries on, these mysteries will reveal themselves. But there is love all around you, so don't keep yourself closed off to that. I feel you've started your spiritual journey already, and you're trying to, you know, express gratitude for all that you have. And with this personal issue reaches resolution, you're soon going to be able to actually forgive your parents, your caregivers, not by accepting what they've done is right, but for saying that they didn't know any better. So you forgive them, and you forgive yourself that at that young age you really couldn't do anything to protect yourself, and you had to keep all those unprocessed emotions within you, the fear, the guilt, all of that. And now you're finally laying it to rest because you want expansion, is what I'm feeling. This is your background story, all right? You'll be at different stages here. If this doesn't sound like you, please choose another pile, all right? Because this is coming very, very strongly for me. And now let's look at your superpower. Pile number 3, 3 of Cups. You are the peacemaker. You've been through so much in your childhood. I'm not surprised. You do not like conflict. You do not like anyone, rubbing people the wrong way. So you are the mediator, is what I feel. And that is your biggest superpower. You bring peace. When people are having an argument, you are the one who can dissipate that argumentative energy. This is so beautiful. I'm getting chills. Beautiful. Pile number 3. Sometimes we have to go through the worst experiences so that we can actually make a difference. You can't bring light into the world if you haven't seen darkness. And you've seen enough darkness, because you are bringing peace into this world in whatever capacity that you can. But this is who you are, and this is beautiful energy. I love this. What more do you need to know about this? And you get the Princess of Swords in reverse. This is not something that you have worked on to become this way. This is something that life has taught you because of your experiences. You don't have to learn, what somebody wants or what someone else wants, or know their background story. You just go and you're able to dissipate that energy. Maybe because of all that you've been through, you can read the room very well when you walk in. It's a natural instinct people have when they come from families in which there's been a lot of conflict, been a lot of abuse. They're able to read the room, and I feel this is something which comes naturally for you. You don't really have to know people deeply or follow their situation before you can come up with a solution. You can just pick up on energy. You understand, and you know exactly how to approach people. This is your superpower. You can just know people by one look, or just being there. You know the energy. You know what each person is all about, and you're able to dissipate this conflict anywhere you go. Beautiful energy. And I'm giving you a big hug, pile number 3, because this comes with a lot of pain. It's because you've been through a lot of pain that you're able to come into this energy. What other superpowers do you possess? Eight of Swords. Oof. It is the superpower of being able to perform despite your thoughts. You're able to carry on, move forward, do things despite the fact that there are a whole lot of thoughts which are still waiting to be processed, and to let them go. You're aware, it's like you know that this is going on in your mind, you know that this needs to go, and you know there are certain things to be done. And you, despite the fact that there is your mind creating this whole thing because of all these experiences, you're able to get past that and still do what you need to do. When the time comes for action, when the time comes for whatever you need to do, you are able to keep down your self-sabotaging thoughts and go for it, which is beautiful, all right? And maybe this humor helps you in doing that. And this is something you need to work on so that this doesn't try and hold you down every single time, because there is additional energy that you put into everything that you do just because you have to suppress this before you go forward. And you use this to help you suppress it. But what you need to do is actually to heal so that this can be put to rest once and for all. Gosh, I feel you. What can you do to energize your superpower? And you get the Nine of Chalices in reverse. Oh wow. The Nine of Chalices is wish fulfillment, all right? And what you can do to activate or energize your superpowers is, one, to ask yourself what your wish fulfillment is. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, I feel that you've been through so much that you don't really have any wish or any goal or any aim. Like with the Seeker card here, you have embraced spirituality, you want to know the answers, but on a materialistic level, you're not able to visualize something because you don't know. All you want is a peaceful life. You don't want argument, you want bonhomie, you just want everything to be peaceful and happy, and for you that itself is everything. And you're being told that you need to get out of this survival mindset to be able to activate your superpower, to be able to bring this natural energy to help a lot many people, because you are the superhero. You need to be able to bring this energy to maximum number of people, but you're not able to because you've kept yourself stuck here. Because for you, the survival mode, you're still in survival mode. You help people around you, you dissipate arguments, you don't see that as a superpower. You're struggling. When you're trying to help others, you're struggling deep down inside. And you need to put an end to that struggle. You need to have a dream for yourself, which is beyond the survival mode, which is not just for peace because you want to escape from this. You are out of this already. Now you need to forgive and let this go. There is love all around. There is love waiting to come into your life, but you're not even looking for it. You just want peace. That you just don't want to go through that trauma again. You may be running away from love. Maybe people are attracted to you. They come to you, but you don't want it. You just don't believe in this dynamic anymore, and you are being told that to be able to activate your superpower, to be able to get past all of this that's holding you back. You're functioning despite all this, but you can function. It's like you've become so strong that you can swim with weight attached to a leg, say something like that, but you can still swim because you've done more. But you've got an opportunity to do it without that stone attached to you. Why wouldn't you do it? Just because you're strong that you can do it with the stone does not mean that that is the way it's to be done. It's a very lame example, but that's the only one that came to my mind. But you know, you get the drift. Gosh, I feel for you, pile number 3. I'm feeling, I've finished 2 piles before this, but I'm just continuously feeling so much of your energy here right now. You are such beautiful people. People who've gone through this can actually end up being very cold, can actually be extremely manipulative, can actually be devious. But you've not done any of that. You may have identified with the softer parent, softer caregiver, but you keep yourself stuck, and that needs to change. And the best part is you've got shadow attributes of both of these. Blames all dysfunctional relationships to childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. On the contrary, I feel that in the past you may have blamed your situation. As you're moving forward, you feel the futility of just blaming it. What happens? You use humor to cover up for all of that. You are very practical. You don't let emotions in. You don't even let people in. But you are actually now, as you're coming to this reading, I feel you're finally reaching that place wherein you're ready to let that go. When this personal issue reaches resolution, you're ready to let that go because you have found that with this survival mode, people see you as wonderful. They come to you when they want a conflict resolved, but there's a lot of pain within you, and that pain has been taking a toll on your physical body, and you're realizing that now. Maybe you've started your spiritual processes, and in due course you've realized that you need to first work on your physical body, which is why you get this cleanse, purify and protect your physical body. Once you start doing that and being grateful for what you have, and be very patient with yourself, giving yourself a lot of compassion which you didn't get in the past, you give that to yourself and to those around you. And I feel you already giving that to those around you when you bring peace into the situation, you bring humor into the situation. You need to bring a lot of compassion for yourself. And in doing so, you will activate this beautiful superpower of yours, wherein, you've got a lot more answers to give, not just for them, but for you as well. You don't have to struggle anymore. You can do all of this from a place of thriving and not from a place of survival. What blocks are there? Of Cups in reverse. Your block is that you just don't allow love to come in. There is love all around, and that's what I was saying. Maybe there are people who are interested in you, and maybe for a bit you're attracted to them, but then you just shut them out because this comes into your mind. But you need to come into balance, and you need to let love in. Love is beautiful. Just because you may be here to break this ancestral pattern of yours, but you're just keeping it away. So this is something you need to allow into your life. You can be the mediator for everyone. Why can't you learn to thrive? And in doing so, you'll be able to actually take your superpowers to another level altogether. You are functioning on total survival mode, and you deserve better than that. Pile number 3. And how can you help people? If you activate or energize your superpower, and you get the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. When people come to you because you are this mediator, you help people, you resolve conflict, but your emphasis on helping people is got to do with helping, making them independent. All right. While you resolve conflict, you encourage people to be on their own, to be their, complete selves on their own, because you don't believe in relationships. And while it's good to empower people, good to let them know that you need to be a whole before you come into a relationship, but you can't possibly let people, tell them that it's good to be a whole, your complete self and then be on your own. For that, you need to come into this energy yourself of the Two of Cups. You come into balance and allow love in. I find that you've got a very soft heart. You've had a lot of wounding. You are trying to come out of it, and you are actually coming out of it, but you still need to soften your heart. The fear hasn't gone. The Eight of Swords, you try and suppress it when you come out for other people. You want to empower people because you don't want anyone to go through what you've been through, which is beautiful. But you need to be able to give people help, mediate, not just the immediate conflict, but helping them move forward. You need to be in a place of balance so that you can give them sound advice. And you can help them empower themselves to be the best versions, but you can't tell them not to come into union with other people, because that's not a great way to be, because you've not experienced it yourself. Advice from Spirit. Ace of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. Do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. Wow. I love this. Thank you, Spirit. Pile number 3, you need to allow love into your life. First, take that huge big cup of love and pour it on yourself. You are wonderful human beings. You've been through a lot, but that was for a reason, to help you be who you are today. This person with a lot of love within, which needs to come out. All right, you have this wonderful person. You've got a brilliant mind. You've got a lovely sense of humor. You want peace. Can there be anything better than that? In today's day and age, we need more and more people like you. But you cannot function on empty. Wherein you don't feel the peace within, there's a storm brewing within you. You're trying to suppress it every time you go and interact with people. You're trying to keep a hard heart and then be soft on the outside. It won't work for very long. But you've been doing that. And it's time for you to come out of survival mode yourself, so that you can actually, move from, you've seen that last movie where Hulk and Bruce Banner have reconciled, their, I think the face is of Bruce Banner and the rest of it is Hulk or something. I forget, but that's really sweet. That's exactly what you need to do. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to have whatever your, beautiful, brilliant mind, your sense of humor, but you need to allow love now into your life. You can't close off your heart if you want to live a full life, if you want to be that superhero, and activate your super powers to help everyone. You need to be in balance first. All right, I'm sending you a big hug, pile number 3. You've been through quite a lot. And when you do this, you'll be able to purify your physical body, the vessel, and then from there, you'll be able to do a lot more. And the seeker in you, which wants meaning in life, you're going to find it when you soften your heart. All right, so you need to work on your bottom 4 chakras very much. I'm sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 4, those of you who chose THOR, welcome to your reading. You know what, after doing this reading, I feel like watching all the movies again. What is your superpower? Pile number 4. What more do you need to know about it? What other superpower do you possess? How can you activate and or energize your superpower? What blocks in your way? And you get 2 cards here. And what does this, how can you help people with your superpower? Wow, you're the only pile who gets 2 of these. Advice from Spirit. And then what you get? Child magic light attributes. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Oh wow. Shadow attributes: pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. And then you have the shadow attributes of the virgin: fear of intimate union. And the light attribute is maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Okay. And then you have apocalypses. And then you get koi fish spirit. There's always enough. 36 or 9 could be significant. Then you get Mercury in Aries with restlessness. Then you get the protector, 28. Surround yourself with people who lift you, accept you as you are, believe in your vision and purpose, and bring out the best in you. I love that. Then you get your commitment is being tested with the first quarter moon. And last but not the least, you get achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. All right, pile number 4, let us begin. What is the superpower that you possess which you're not aware of? I you get the Fool. Wow. The Fool. Your superpower is that you are ready to take on anything. You do not hesitate. We also have Aries here, Mercury in Aries with restlessness. You may have, though the Fool is Aquarius energy or Aries energy, I feel in your reading it's got more of Aries energy in it, cardinal energy in it. You are ready to start afresh anytime. Your superpower is that you don't say no to anything. You love life experiences. You have that courage. You have a lot of bravery. You're able to take on anything that comes your way. This is your superpower. You say no to nothing. It's your idea is bring it on. You are actively breaking out of your karma with your action. Beautiful, very, very beautiful energy. This is your superpower. You're able to break every single cycle. I love this energy. I'd like some of it. All right, so what more do you need to know about it? And you get the Queen of Swords in reverse. All right, so what you need to know about this is that you have this restless energy. You always need to achieve something new. You finish with one thing before you can rest and even take a breather. You want to go on to the next thing, or you feel restless. You want to keep moving. And because of which there are a lot of people around you who may actually keep pushing you to do one thing or the other for them, and you keep doing it because you don't know what to do. When one quest is over, want to go on to the next thing. You don't know what it is to just rest a bit. And I get this feeling that your sense of boundary is quite non-existent. And I feel people can push your boundaries very easily. You've got this energy that you're very benevolent, you're very courageous, and you're very generous. So you are able to see potential in people. You want to see, it's almost as though you want to make everything okay. Whatever you touch, you want to make it okay. So people see that in you and they keep coming to you for help. And sometimes it may be unreasonable, and sometimes it may be something you don't want to do, but you don't know how to say no. And because for you just feel it's something else you get to do. You dissipate your restless energy. Take on anything that comes your way. With this Apocalypse card here, you're always in this energy of, two opposing things. With this Queen of Swords here, I feel that, the Librans, they when they are in their power, with the Queen of Swords upright, they are very discerning. You can't fool them. They've got their boundaries in place. But the biggest problem with Librans, and the Queen of Swords embodies that energy, is that they are indecisive. And with this apocalypse card here, I feel that when people come to you and they are able to push your boundaries because you want something to do and they tell you, and when they tell you that, your immediate reaction is to take it on. Yes, I'll do it. And then you know that there is one side of you which says that this is not worth it, that this is not something I should be doing. And, or either that I'm either spoiling them, it's their battle, I shouldn't be a part of it, and yet you've said yes. So you keep battling with this. It's quite painful, I feel, but the fact is that people can approach you because they know that you will not turn them down. You will take on anything. You empower them just because you take it upon yourself. You just feel that you can make things right, so why not do it? But sometimes people need to fight their own battle. And this is something you should learn, and possibly you are learning that because you may have taken on a few things which at the end of it you realize that you shouldn't have done. But what is your superpower? Your superpower is that you're very courageous and very generous, and you can take on anything that comes your way. What other superpowers do you possess? Wow, death, transformation. Very strong Mars energy in your reading. Very strong Mars energy, all right? The other superpower you possess is that of transformation. Wow, very powerful. Both your superpowers are both major arcanas. You are able to transform yourself over and over again, and just by being in this energy, people around you can also get transformed just by being with you. You are able to uplift people with your courage. You are able to push them forward. The ones who come with the right intention. You see a lot of potential in everyone and everything, and you want to make it better. You are that transformative person. You've got a lot of courage to do it as well. You're not afraid of anything. You may have very strong Scorpio in your charts, or Aries, both Mars controlled. What can you do to activate or energize your superpower? Because I think it's activated already. You get the Two of Pentacles in reverse again. Indecisiveness, apocalypses. What you need to do is to be very decisive about what you take on. Yes, you're ready to take on everything. No one is questioning your courage. No one is questioning your generosity. No one's questioning your ability to do something or not. No one is questioning you being able to transform a situation to its best. But is it worth it? And this is not after you take on something. Listen to what is asked of you. Listen to it, see it from all angles. Just because you're seeing it from all angles doesn't make you less courageous, doesn't make you less transformative, doesn't make you less generous, doesn't make you woos. It just makes you aware of the situation before you take it on, so that you don't regret having done it once you've taken it on. And both these are in reverse. Alright, and you've got this here. Every task that you get, or every challenge that comes your way, is to be taken only if it merits your effort. And don't look for each of these to bring down your restlessness. Get to the bottom of why you're feeling restless. This is as far as your healing journey is concerned. But don't let this mess up with your superpowers here, which people do take advantage of, and later on you feel bad about it. And it's possible for some of you that, wait, before I say that, I'm going to first check this card. What are your blocks? Page of Swords. This is what, for some of you, this may not resonate with all of you, but for some of you, I feel there has been a love situation in the past. Maybe you have a fear of intimacy with your Virgin card in reverse here, fear of intimate union. Maybe there was a relationship which didn't work out well, that has brought in these fears of intimacy. You're still stuck on that person, perhaps. You keep checking on them. This is your biggest block. And when you check on them, you start feeling restless. You think of all the things that have transpired, and you know, this fear of intimacy is something that's very strong. And every time that comes up, you start feeling restless. And now you want to do something to numb that. And for you, this is the biggest thing, where you can help someone, do something for someone. It makes you feel good about yourself. But that's not the reason why you should be doing it. You don't do this for this restlessness to go away. For this, you need to heal. And the fact that you're very courageous, the fact that you're very generous, the fact that you are willing to help, you're willing to transform, is beautiful. But use your discernment. This is something you really, really need to learn and really need to understand. And for this, you need to surround yourself with people who understand you, who can guide you. You know, if you're the kind of person, the first thing you hear, yes, I can do this, be around grounded people. First of all, ground your own energy. And be around people who actually know this situation. Maybe they're going to try and give you a solution for this. You need to heal this energy. You can't keep working like this. Because someday you'll make, and I feel for some of you, you've already made a few choices which you've regretted, but they were not so bad. It could happen in the future that you take something which is really bad and makes you very upset. And so you really need to think this through. And secondly, everyone's journey is different. You may help people, but they've got to put in the work for their own transformation. Just remember that. Just like you put in work on your transformation, people have to do their own bit for their transformation. You can't spoon feed people. This is another message for you. All right? If you're working on something, you are definitely going to do really well and get it. That award, that accolade, that contract. Your commitment is being tested. Maybe you're pushing yourself because there is some aim at the end which you have. It will be yours. Take it from me, it will be yours. But whatever you do, do it from the right intent and use your discernment. All right? And how can you help people once you energize and strengthen your superpowers and you get the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse? When you come out of your restless energy, that's so beautiful. You can actually help people come out of their own mindset, which wants them to possibly get rich overnight because, you know, the King of Pentacles is all about abundance, stability, and the Eight of Wands is about speed. And when you stop rushing into things and taking on everyone else's problems to solve them, when you start using your discernment, one way you help those people who want you to do their work, you help them by not taking on their work and let them do their own thing and move towards transformation. And for others, you show them with your courage, with your generosity, how to get things done. So both ways. So don't think that if you use your discernment to take on something, you're not helping people. You're still helping people. So whether you do it or you don't do it, you're still helping people. So use your discernment. Very strong message for you. Very, very strong message for you. Advice from Spirit, the Chariot. You will never get anywhere if you keep standing still. Now the Chariot energy is beautiful for you because you want to move ahead. You want to charge ahead. You are the transformation. Even this is a major arcana. This is Cancerian energy. Now, Chariot traditionally is shown as a chariot with two horses, a black and a white horse. One is going, tends to pull you in this direction, one in the other direction. And a chariot can't move forward if both the horses are in different directions. So the aim is to come into balance, get both horses pointed in the same direction, and then you move forward. And with this your commitment is being tested. This is exactly what Spirit is telling you. When you take on whatever you take on for the wrong reasons, it's like you don't go anywhere. You're not really achieving anything. You may think you're achieving something, but neither is your healing being done, because you're taken that on just to keep your restlessness at bay. And then you start not feeling good about it because you've made a wrong choice, just because of your eagerness to put this to rest. So what you're being told, beautiful pile number 4, is that you need to be in balance. All right? And unless you're in balance and unless you use your discernment, the choices that you make may not be conducive for you or for the people around you. Your superpower, you're very courageous, you're very generous, you're very transformative. I've said that a million times in this reading. You can achieve whatever it is that you set out to. Your challenge is your restlessness and your indecision. Once you work on both, healing your restlessness and using your discernment when you take on things, you will find that you can actually move forward, help a lot of people in different ways. You don't have to do things for people. You have to empower people to do things for themselves. And this you will learn when you work on your restlessness. And then you will really, really be someone that people look up to. You don't catch fish for somebody, but you teach them how to fish so that they can, be independent and catch fish for the rest of their life. Something to that effect. So that's exactly what you need to do. You need to teach people to, go into this place of feeling empowered, not you solving their problems. And that's what you're doing at this time. And you're doing it at this time because you want to have something to do. So you do it for them so that you've got something to do and this restlessness goes. So you need to first and foremost heal and then use your discernment. Be decisive. And once you do that, and once you come into this place of balance, you are going to be just what everyone needs, the society at large as well. All right? And for some of you, there's this message that there's always enough. So, and I don't feel, usually when this comes, it's about abundance. A person who feels that they don't have enough, and to tell them, you're an abundant being in an abundant universe. For you, I feel, just because you don't take on everything that comes your way, it doesn't mean that you're going to be out of anything to do. You have enough and more to do. Be discerning. I don't even know what area it is in your life. I'm not getting any insight on that. I would love to hear from you in the comments. But the fact is that don't take on things for the wrong reason. I'm actually very curious to know what you do, pile number 4. And if you can, do let me know. All right? But superpowers you do possess. 3 major arcanas. Wow. I don't know whether I mentioned signs in other piles, but I did tell you got strong Mars energy with Aries and Scorpio. There's also Aquarius and Aries again. And I feel more Aries than Aquarius this time. And then you have the Chariot, which represents Cancer energy. Again, Page of Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Take that how it resonates, all right? So that is all I have for you, my dear THOR group. Sending you so much love and light. I hope this reading resonated and I'd love to hear from you. Bye-bye.